Power. We know this happens within organizations. And when we talk about power, what we're talking about is referring to the capacity that A has to influence the behavior of B so that B acts in accordance with A's wishes. Now, there are two facets to this. There has to be a potential need. It doesn't have to be actualized to be effective. But it does require a dependency relationship. So it's when someone holds power over you because they have a dependency relationship to you. So if we look at leadership and power, we know that leaders use power as a way to attain group goals. And power is a means to facilitate their achievement. So how they differ, there's goal compatibility, there's direction of influence, and then there's research emphasis. We also know that one can have power, but not even impose it or use it. So if we look at the basis of power, and again, I'll have a video for you guys to watch on the basis of power. There are 5 different bases of power. The formal ones are coercive power. This is where one reacts to this power out of fear of the negative results that might occur if they fail to comply. One leader that I can think of would be Saddam Hussein. You disagreed with him and you were killed. So that's coercive power. That's fear. If I think about a movie, probably the best example is The Devil Wears Prada. If you ever have an opportunity to watch that, it'll show a great example, Miranda, of coercive power and how it works within an organization. Another one, which is opposite of coercive, is reward power. And that's where people comply with the wishes or directives of another because doing so produces positive benefits. This can be as, pay raises, bonuses, that we know that if I do this behavior, then I'm going to get a reward. So therefore, I'm going to do that so I can get my reward. Legitimate power represents the formal authority to control or use organizational resources. And that is simply through structural position, that it's a legitimate person. Your boss is a legitimate power over you. And with your CEO of your company, that's a legitimate power. So that's structurally put into place. Other personal forms of power, this comes from your own unique characteristics, is expert power. That influence is welded as a result of expertise, special skills, or knowledge. If you're part of a group or part of a team, especially if you're the IT person, then you hold the power within that because you're the expert and people are going to turn to you when they have to have questions about anything that's going on with their computer or what they need to know. Referent power is based on identification with a person who has desirable resources or personal traits. I respect you. I admire you. Therefore, I refer back to you. Athletes that are held in high regard, they have referent type of power because we want to be like them. Now, which of the power bases are the most effective? We know that personal sources of power are the most effective. Expert and referent power are positively related to performance and positively related to commitment. We know that reward and legitimate power, they're unrelated. And then we know coercive power is negatively related to the employee's satisfaction and to their commitment. So if we look at power, and I want to pause here and let you watch a video that describes it and does it more in detail. So just watch that video after this lecture and it'll give you more insight into the basis of power.